Welcome to the Shotokan Chronicles. In today's video, we're going to review the new Tekken 7 trailer, which features, I'm told, some Shotokan karate. But first, be sure to subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our future videos. So I'm not a big person into video games. I've never really played Tekken. I think I may have played Tekken 1, but I don't recall it. There's very few video games that I do play. It's just not something that I got into, and most of my focus is on karate. So, but I'm told I'm gonna like this character, and that she does Shotokan. So obviously, that's gonna interest me, and hopefully will interest some of you. So let's take a look at the character of Lydia, who's a DLC for Tekken 7. She is performing the kata Kankudai, which is from the Shotokan syllabus, and it has a lineage that goes back to Kung Fu. So it's very interesting. It's actually named after a Chinese Kung Fu master. Very nice form, and whoever they used for motion capture really knows for Shotokan. I really like the music. It's got that nice beat to it, but I don't like how she wears her gi. Karate uniform, her dogi, is not properly worn. I think hanging it off of your belt like that would be difficult in a fight, but it's more aesthetic than anything else. Let's see how she deals with these three baddies. So just right off the bat, a lot of the fight techniques that she's using are from the kata. So she is performing Oyo, which is really cool. That was cool. That's part of Heian Sandan. She's done parts of other katas as well. She's reaching and grabbing his arm in this scene, which I'm hoping she's going to do a kick, which could be part of Kankudai or some of the Heians. But she's performing pieces of different kata, which is Oyo. Some people will refer to it as Bunkai, but when you take Bunkai and you break it up and mix it away from the kata, then it becomes Oyo. So this is a very interesting character. I'm really liking her so far. So the grab and kick, that was obviously from either Kankudai or from one of the Heian katas. And the overhead throw, that is a hidden technique that is in Kankudai. I'm liking this character. So it's traditional ready position. It's not with the fists up like this or off to the sides. That is traditional Shotokan proper form when you're in a ready position or a natural stance. Nice. I've done a video in the past about proper bowing. That was a proper bow. She showed respect, did not look at her opponent, kept her glance, it was to the ground in proper bowing position. Nice deep bow. That's correct. There's techniques in her fighting that are from kata. That is so cool. I think I saw a U-punch in there, which you'll find in Basadai or in Wankan. If you notice here in her just basic fight stance. She's in a traditional Shotokan fight stance, a lightly free stance. It's not quite a free stance, she's more in the traditional front stance. Her hand position as well is also similar to what we would do in Shotokan. Interesting. A short U-punch, which you'll find in Niju Shiho or in Unsu. So she is using techniques from Shotokan Kata, which that is really cool.
Excellent!
Nice. So much Shotokan. That movement that she just did, that is similar to a Shuto. Some people do that as a setup for some of their fighting scenes. It's a blocking technique. I like the line too, fight with honor. Very cool. So that technique there, that is in Kankudai as well as in Heian Yanden. Very cool. Kankusho as well. Nice traditional seisap kneeling position, and she seems to be bringing a lot of real Shotokan into this game. So whoever was the motion capture person, wow. That is the right way to get up from a kneeling position. Wow. So many people do that incorrectly. And I see it all over YouTube and in different martial arts videos that they get up in a way that would be detrimental if you were being grabbed. This way is the way you would get up. If somebody was to grab you from behind while you were kneeling, put their hands on you, you could get up using this method. And they would actually probably fall over or lose their grip on you, which everything done in karate is done for a reason. And some people don't realize that or never taught that. Subtle little movements, like how to properly get up from a kneeling position, is done in a specific way for a reason. Wow, I'm very impressed. Again, so much technique from kata. Now, if you're in Shotokan and you can spot different techniques from the kata, I'm not going to list all the katas that I'm seeing, but if you spot any, mention it in the comments, because I want to see if you can pick up the same techniques that I'm seeing. Nothing like a foot punch. She punched him in the foot. That was so funny. So that was a wide U-punch, which is seen in Basai Dai as well as Wankan. So that was obviously her finishing technique, I guess. Showed her doing the opening part of Kankudai, which all that energy was building around her while she did it, and she did a finishing blow. Totome waza means to finish with a finishing blow. Wow, I'm impressed with her fighting capability, how it is so Shotokan drived, how the techniques are taken from Shotokan kata, how they emphasize Shotokan with her trailer on the beach doing Shotokan kata, and her technique and her form is so Shotokan. This is cool. I really like this character.
Muszę wygrać w imię wszystkich Polaków.
So the character is Polish. As you can tell, they're doing subtitles. She's speaking Polish, and she mentions that she's doing it for people of Poland. She is a downloadable character in Tekken. Now I'm told that after this little piece here, there is another scene. She's in downloadable character 18, 19.
Załatwię to jeszcze przed obiadem. O!
So she's on a business call, and if you were reading the subtitles, she said that it would be taken care of by lunch, and then says "us." That is so funny. It's actually happened to me a few times. I'll tell you one of the stories. I was for many years I worked as a security officer for events, and I was one of the supervisors. And one of the events that we did was the UFC, the Ultimate Fighting Championship in Halifax, Nova Scotia. Their head of security was speaking with the security company that does the services for the building that they were using. And I was one of the people dealing with the floor and the security team that were around the ring. The head of security for UFC came over and was speaking to me, and just the way he carried himself, I felt martial arts instructor kind of vibe from him. And he said some things that he wanted done, and I responded back with "us," and I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And he kind of looked at me and he smiled and he goes, "You're a martial artist." And then a few years later, the UFC came back to Halifax, and I was a floor supervisor for the event, and their head of security remembered me, came over, was talking to me, remembered me by name, which is really cool when they were a few years later, and it was only like the one time that I met him. So this character I really enjoy. I think she's going to help promote Shotokan. Hopefully there's some kind of emphasis in the game that they say that she does Shotokan karate.
Znaczy...
That's the end of the trailer. I really enjoyed it. I really like this character. I hope that you do as well. Leave comments in the description below if you have played Tekken 7, and maybe if you've played Lydia. Let me know if she's an enjoyable character to play. As I mentioned previously in the video, if you notice some of her fighting and what kata some of the techniques are from, let me know. And if you spot anything, see if you spotted the same things that I did. Or maybe I missed something that you saw. So that would be, I'm interested to see what different kata techniques you've seen in her fighting. As well, what do you think about this character? So let me know. You'll be seeing some screens popping up to some of my other videos. You can check them out. But for now, we'll see you next time right here on the Shotokan Chronicles.